So I've just come back from the 10 minutes in the pool this evening. Currently what I'm doing is do half an hour breathing session in the morning, followed by like an hour 15 swimming. And then I'll do the 10 minutes in the pool in the evening, and I'll do like hissing during that time. It's like this thing. So when I did that stuff today, I didn't actually do the 30 minutes breathing like I would usually do, but I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. And what basically I've realized is that if I do those things in a day, then my voice can sound more resonant. I mean, it sounds very obvious when I put it like that. And when I don't, I have a really, really gravelly voice, like as you would have seen in yesterday's video. And that gravelly voice still does creep in when I'm talking, even after doing all those things. So in terms of the acid reflux, what I'm taking is I'm doing 4 things. And bear in mind, the way that I'm seeing today is a lot better than yesterday because I was actually doing those things. But like the past week, which has been really, really good for seeing, that has nothing to do with these 4 things that I'm about to show you. So first of all, we've got Nasonex. Now this is just a nasal spray. Because I've got that stomach acid coming up and irritating my nasopharynx, it's always inflamed. I've had 2 operations on my nose at this point. So I'm using that. This is for the next 6 to 8 weeks. I've used this so many times in the past. I'm sick of it, but I'm doing what I've been told to do by the speech therapist. So I'm doing that. And I mean, to be fair, I've already noticed that I'm smelling slightly better after just a day and a bit. So there's that. I hate relying on this stuff, but I'm doing it for 6 to 8 weeks to see what the difference is. Then so I'll do the nasal spray in the morning and then in the evening as well. Now on the right side of my, on my right nostril, just inside, it's quite, I don't know how to say it, there's a bit of a bulge on one side, which I've noticed. I believe that if you stick your finger up your nose, I find that on one side it's a lot harder to get my finger right up. So because there's that bulge, I'd spray 3 times on this side and 2 times on this side, and I'll do that morning and evening. So there's that. Next we got Pantoprazole. Now I said in yesterday's video, I can't believe I'm taking this stuff because I'm generally very, very health conscious, so taking this stuff is not great. So I'll take 1 of these in the morning, 30 minutes before eating anything. And this comes with 14 tablets, and you can get this for 2 weeks over the counter. You can't get more than that, but in 2 weeks I'll go back and get another set. So it's basically a way that you can sort out acid reflux without actually seeing like an ENT or a gastro or someone like that, where you pay them a lot of money so they can give you this prescription. Instead, you can actually just get this stuff yourself. But that's, every 2 weeks. And then we've got classic Gaviscon. Now it looks like, you see all this peeling stuff, that's the actual liquid when it spills on the outside. This is so poorly designed. I've had this for so long, which is why I can still use this one. But yeah, so I'm using that every time after a meal, and also before bed. It puts a coating on the stuff in the stomach, as most of you probably already know. And then last of all, we've got this Larri spray, which basically does the same thing as the Gaviscon. It's like this, and I'll just spray that. It's basically the same thing as Gaviscon. If I've had a meal and the Gaviscon, I've applied that and I'm still getting reflux, then I'll do this, and I can do this as many times in the day basically. So those are the 4 things. So yeah, that's in terms of the reflux. Now, something I wanted to talk about again is with regards to breathing. So I mentioned last week, I think, about breathing into your back. And I've been experimenting with this because I've been finding it hard to do that just at any time. And in fact, you can see them when I'm doing that swallowing. That's because there's stuff there basically. And what it looks like is it's almost like you're going like that. And what you're trying to do is, contrary to popular belief, is that you pull your I guess you kind of pull your stomach in and you want the breath to go into your back. So this is how all the opera singers in the bel canto era did it. They would kind of like do kind of like this, like that, and then the breath goes into your back. And then what the sound that comes out tends to go into your pharynx because your larynx is coming down and it's also blocking off your nasal passage, so it goes into the pharynx. So we'll do that again. Okay. It's almost like you're going like that. And especially if you do that like that, again, that's kind of like the Ujjayi breath I talked about last week, where this, the breath goes kind of, it allows the sound to go into the pharynx better. So if I just do a simple it's more resonant than if I was to go it's hard to tell on camera, but then if I was to go up, la. So if I don't do that breath, I don't get nearly enough of that sound into the pharynx, which is what carries basically. So that was interesting. That's something I figured out today basically, because I've been trying to, get this stuff to work. But yeah, anyway, in terms of muscle tension dysphonia, that's at the vocal cords. That's what I'm trying to get rid of the reflux so that I can then tackle that. And I've been doing the humming. I would have done at least 100 hums today. I did about an hour just with the straw. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'll obviously keep updating you, and the next one will be tomorrow.